YouTube. Today we have episode 39 on the model farm. So today, as we are starting to get closer to May, which is quite a big season when it comes to farming, as already some first cut has started, first cut silage, but it's when everything starts kicking off. We've got Robert's farm getting all prepared. We've got already some early comers. As I've seen on some videos out nowadays, the first cut has started earlier, I think. So I think it's meant to start in like mid-May, but I think it started actually mid-April, which is quite surprising. Massey's under a bit of repair and there's been a big crash. Surprise, surprise, there's always a small crash, isn't there, or a big crash. And Jim's got a new baler. So, let's start. Over on Finbar's yard, he's cracking away. He's taken down the shed, as he said that he doesn't need it, and to be honest, he'd prefer the money. It's a nice shed and all in it. It doesn't have any problems, but he just doesn't want it. He wants to make the yard more open, and he's decided to take it down. He's got the door in there. He's taken everything out that he can. There's a few just random. There's a workbench that was built in, so he can't take that out, but probably by next week it's just going to be flattened, and then who knows. I mean, he didn't need it. I mean, he can store some of his vehicles in there and it just makes it a bit more open, so that's good, as long as he likes it and as long as he knows what he's doing. He's got the mower out and the Zetas there. Once they're finished with the Volvo, the mower's going to be getting ready, and then they're going to take it to their other farm, which is mainly sheep. And then, yeah, JCB's parked up, as it always is. Crops are growing pretty nicely. And then here we've got a sign that spring is coming, summer is coming. And I mean, it's still spring, but summer has nearly come. We've got the forage harvester, the crone, flying past with beacons blowing, and you know, it looks sick, that does. Proper. I mean, it's blasting through. You hardly have any space. This one car came down. You know, that it's pretty bad. If a car was coming down and you saw that, yeah, let's just say yeah. The fence coming down. This is a contractor with a New Holland baler, beautiful baler, nice conversion I did, and he's just flying down. He's from a bit further up, but doing a few contracts. And in the church, looks like everybody's in, maybe for mass, I think it's called, or just, yeah, but saying a few prayers. Got Landy there. Looks like there's a bit of commotion going on here. The fence, the big old Black Beauty fence, two beautiful fence there, may I just say. This one's just tipping, and this is Mick and James. They're just getting prepared, since, as you would know, this fence spends most of its time here now. I think they've swapped the tractors. They always have a tractor here, and this is their AD plant. So they've got all their manure and stuff. I think it's either slurry or manure, but that's all built up in a giant pile. I think it's slurry, but there's no one to store their manure in there. But behind that, we've got an outyard. So this outyard has just been built by Jim now, and he's bought some new things. He's bought this 2-bale drawer. So that's being hauled by the counter, just backed up. We've got the old bale tray, the tray there, and the old tipper. He's built up a small wall here to ensure that he doesn't reverse into the crop, as he really wants to keep a good crop. He's taken a gate out of here because he doesn't need it, because he's got the entrance here. So it's just acting as something that poachers could get into and drive and just tear up the field, which he didn't want, because it's farming this day and age, I suppose. MB Track's he's just bought a new baler as well, so he's getting all of his kit ready, so that's good. And the sprayer's just going off to his brothers. JCB's had a few technical difficulties. It's not starting, plainly simple, it's just not starting. It's been left out all winter in the cold, and it's just not starting. He's been using it a bit, but it's as simple as that, it's not starting. He tried jump starting it with the, I think he tried with a sprayer, but just ain't working. So maybe you have to phone up the JCB, but yeah, but it's normally quite reliable for him. So Cylon's parked up, and the big old Volvo has been lifting, coincidentally, the other Volvo onto this bale that he's got, and this Volvo is going to be entered into a classic car rally around this area. So this is his son's car that he's entering. I think Jim might also be entering his Citroen, maybe, but it's all classic cars, and there's going to be like Escorts and Rolls's and Mazdas and all of your good stuff, mainly vintage, before like the 2000s and all those. But so he's just fixing it up because he bought it used, and you know it's a bit old and it's been used. So Landy's just going past. That's not going to be in the rally, definitely that. A custom lime lorry is going past, so he's spreading a bit of lime on, or he might have just spread some, I don't know, but it's pretty cool. It's like a converted lorry with a giant lime spreader on the back, so yeah, that's cool. We've got Landy there, another Landy, that's Roberts, and in Roberts' yard everything is going on. You've got the Dukes and the John Deere, they're going off to a contractors to move some bales that have already been baled. Wow. So they've got the mower out, the big old Katana. Everybody's really excited about that. The TM's hooked up to the trailer, and the Leyland's got spruced up. It's got its big old tyres on now, and it's got the it's on the rake. It's not going to be on the rake because it definitely can't pull that. I mean, it can only just pull that small trailer there. But to be fair, that Ford's could probably do that actually. But they've got 6 tractors, I've found out, and I think maybe 7 implements or something, I don't know. But the case is on the baler, and the fence just parked up there. That's going to eventually go onto that big trailer there. And I think they're going to start work in, I don't know, maybe a week's time. Not soon though. They're just getting everything out and ready because they have got a few contracts, but they're for their own farm. They're not starting too soon. Here we've got a big fleet of tractors. We've got the 6930 on the Tarrup, and we've got the Corsa and the Beamer. There's been a bit of a crash going on, so we'll get to that in a minute. This is a whole fleet of all John Deeres, and you know, we've got 7530 with a dirty front linkage on the loading wagon. Don't know why they've got self-propelled, I don't know, and loading wagons, but yeah, they've got another 6930 with a triangle on, so they're flying by. This man's having to tell them to slow down. Police are here, and would you look at this? Some joyriders have obviously been here, just late at night, stolen this, what is it, Velar I think it is, and just driven it in, and you know, they beached it. And I mean, that's a pretty nice car, you know, so probably much more, probably worth maybe all of PJ's land, that car is. But yeah, so the police are there, they've parked up in their Landy, and you know, it's destroyed the gate, and they're going to try and find the people responsible. But he's driven down, and he's trying to make sure that the cars don't try and escape. And then his son's trying to fix the Massey. As you know, the drive shaft started going, I think. Well, he started with a puncture, then the whole wheel needed to come off. Then he found that it needed all this work doing, so it's in a bit of a bad state at the moment. So he may have to park it in the shed, forget about it, and you know, I mean, he uses it every day, I suppose. So the calves are there, old Landy, and he's going to have to get the wrapper out soon to, yeah. So for wrapping the bales at Roberts and at Mick and James's, which they have got the big old forager out. The Johnny doing the job, beautiful big old Johnny with the tank on the back. That's looking incredible. They've got all the bits and bobs parked up because they're starting tomorrow, I think, on their first contract, and then they're going to start mowing their field once they've got out of the way with the contracts, and they're going to make maybe 100 bales or so. of their own land. So I think they've got maybe 5, 6, 7 fields that they need to do of their own. The JCB's there, that's going to go off to the AD plant, and you know, the John Deere here parked up with the trailer. This is where all the bale's going to go. So yeah, but it's looking good, and it's getting really exciting now as we're starting to move into the exciting times. So please comment down below if you enjoyed today's video. What was your favourite part? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye lads.